students. A long back we are going to start the online class once again. In the previous classes you have been studied the different operators of Java programming language. Then today I'll be going with some more old concepts what you learned in your C programming language, that is conditional control statements as well as looping control statements. Before going with conditional as well as looping control statement, just I wanted to abbreviate or give an information about what actually meant by a control statements. Control is nothing but having a grip on the statements. In the previous examples you have seen, the program will be executing normally step by step. There is nothing like that way you should have to stop somewhere. Like that, if you wanted to make a program to work according to your sense or according to the controlling pattern, at that position we are going to use a statements called as control. Means you are going to have a control on particular statements within a program. Okay, so there are two different types of control statements you are going to have. One is called as conditional control statement, another one is going to be said as looping control statement. A conditional control statements where you are going to have a logical condition within which you are going to define with a relational operators. Okay, conditional controls are going to have with what? Conditional control statement you will be having with a logical condition wherein which you will be utilizing or using relational operators. Relational operators means lesser than, greater than equals to, or equals to, double equals to, or many more things you are going to have. Okay, so once again a conditional control statements will be defining two different results, either one of that is true or false. What it is going to do, either it is going to define with the true or it will be defining with the false statement. If I am going to say if A is greater than B, if A is greater than B, the true part of A is greater than B is A is largest. The false part of this will be B is largest. So with one single logical condition you are going to define two different statements. We can call that one as what? Conditional control statements. Once again I am going to repeat here what I am going to say. Either of a true or a false, only one statement will be executed. Means you are going to control the flow of statements within a programming. Hence, there are four different types of conditional control statements are there. What are those? They are if condition or if statement, if else statement, else if statement, and as well as switch statement. So one by one we shall see. If statement. If statement is used in Java as control the program flow based on the given condition. Whatever the condition will be given, on that way the flow will be executed. You can see the flow chart here. You are going to have a flow chart where you are going to start, you are going to give an expression. If the expression is true, it executes the statements, otherwise directly it goes to stop statement. What you can say, if the condition is true, it enters into the statement to be executed, otherwise the condition is going to say false. Already you are knowing what actually the rhombus is going to do. Rhombus will be acting like a true or false statement for your programming concept. So you can see here on a simple example is there where int a is equal to 20 and b is equals to 30. Okay, int a is equal to 20 and b is equal to 30. If 20 is greater than 20 is greater 30 is greater than 20, yes, so b is largest. Condition we have written as b is greater than a. B value is 30 and A value is 20. So if the same condition is written in a different way, if A is greater than B at that position, this statement will not going to be executed according to the given flow chart, because if the condition is not true, then it comes outside directly. It is not going to execute any statement. We can call this one as what? A if statement or a simple if condition. Simple if means it executes only the true part. It is not going to execute any sort of another informations. So we can call that one as what? A simple if condition. To avoid the problem, if sometimes I wanted to execute another sort of statement, at that position you can redefine with using if else statement, where you are going to have two different set of statements here. You can see the flow chart. What this flow chart signifies? A flow chart signifies here, that is, if expression is true, you are going to execute the statement true. If the expression is false, you are going to execute the statement false statement. So in the previous flow chart, you are having only one flow. Over here, you are going to have two different flows. One is true flow, another one is false flow. The same example you are going to have here with some different values. Here and GT is nothing but called as greater than symbol. So don't to be confused about that particular thing here. You just change when you are writing a assignment. B is greater than A. What is the value of A is 80. It was 20 at the previous example. Now you're going to have 80 and B is equal to 30. So 30 is greater than 80? No. So what it is going to say? A is greater. So you can compare the previous example with this example. In the previous example, you are going to have that condition is satisfied, then only it enters into the true loop. Otherwise, it comes directly out of the loop statement. Here, you are going to have a true as well as false statement, where if B is greater than A, you are going to execute B is largest. If B is not greater than A, you are going to execute A is largest. Obviously, you can see by seeing only you can say that 80 is greater than 30, not an issue with that one. But the condition you have been having a controlling on whether B is greater than A. Once again, I am saying here, and GT means greater than symbol. By mistake, I have been written like that way. You just change that one. So 80 is not greater than A, the condition is false. So if the condition is false, then it goes to the false statement, that is A is largest. So you have been avoided and a problem which was occurred in the if statement. Then if you wanted to check more than one condition within a single statement, at that time you are going to use with what? Else if statement. In the previous, you can check either of the one statement, but here I wanted to make another condition. Another condition. The first condition is true. Yes, no problem. If it is false, you are going to go for statement, but here you will be going for another one condition, that is nothing but called as else if statement. So what you are going to have here, you just check out A is equal to 30, B is equal to 30. First statement, what is going to check? If 30 is greater than 30? No, because 30 is equal to 30. So it comes out of this particular loop. Flower brackets B is not going to display. Then else if means I wanted to check another statement here. That is A is greater than B. Whether A is greater than B. Whether 30 is greater than 30? No. So directly we will be going with what? Both are equal. What? You can say both are equal. So what you can understand from this particular example means simultaneously you can check one by one conditions with the same values, wherein which you are going to turn with either the true or false statement. We can going to call, or we can call that one as else if statement. Okay. So here If there are more than 10 conditions or 20 statements, it is going to take more time for else if statement. For that sake, you can go for the last statement of your Java, that is called as switch statement. A switch statement is a part of your conditional control where user is going to choose a value. Based on that value, the expressions or a statement will be executed. We can call that one as what? A switch statement. For example, he has been given here int a is equal to 5, switch 5. Where is 5 now? There are different cases are there. Cases means you wanted to execute that particular statement which is taken from the expression. 5 is there, so it directly goes to the 5. You choose 5, it is going to display. So many other statements are there, it is not going to neither check any statement or not going to access with them. So this is nothing but called as what? A switch statement. What you can understand from the switch statement, user is going to select a condition, and on that basis of conditions you are going to execute the particular cases. You can take a simple example. When you are sitting within a hotel, you are sitting at that position, a bearer comes, a waiter comes, and he gives the menu. Within the menu hundreds of items will be there, but he is going to choose. You are going to choose and tell, I want this, I want dosa, I want idli, I want vada. And whether he is going to check with any another items over there? No. Whatever you are going to tell, the same things he will bring and give to you. That is nothing but called as what? A conditional control statements. Hence, we are going to stop here itself. Rest other things we will discuss tomorrow or by afternoon.